Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are going to take a look at the Antlion Mod Microphone Wireless Edition. This is like their mod mics that they have for their regular, for headphones. But the difference is that this is the only wireless one that I know of that they actually sell. We're gonna see if it's really worth the $120 price tag. And no, there are no sponsors for this video. I did not get this sent for free. I bought this with my own money, so I have no strings attached to this video whatsoever. And I definitely have some things that you guys should 100% look out for before buying this. Let's go right into the video. So the first thing you are going to go into the box is the mod mic itself, the adapter for your PC, and the actual clamps and the charger, which is where my first gripe actually lies. Is, as you can see right there, it's not a USB-C, it is in fact a micro USB, which in today's standards shouldn't be a thing in modern technology because it just awful to use. Speaking of charging, this thing has a fantastic battery life of about 12 plus hours. I think the range is about 12 to 30 hours depending on how many times you use it per day. I think the recharge time is about 2 to 6 hours from 0% to 100%, which is a really great battery life. So once you unbox your microphone, there are a few switches that you're going to want to take a look at, and that is the power button right here. This actually serves a couple purposes, which we'll get to in a second. And then you have your switch mode. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this switches between uni and omnidirectional mode, which I will also get to that in a second here. Let's take a look at the buttons. You have, if you were to power it on, as you can see, it illuminates blue. Now, if you press it again, but one light will illuminate red. And if you feel the need to charge it, your light right here will blink yellow, like an amber yellow. So you have two different modes. You have omni and unidirectional. Omnidirectional microphones usually pick up voices from a specific direction, whereas omni will pick up everything from all around the microphone. And generally speaking, omni is going to be worse because it generally has some sort of it doesn't sound as full for the voice or anything like that. But in this case, it's the opposite actually. I prefer the omnidirectional mode over the uni because for some reason the uni has some sort of weird noise compression on it, which I will demonstrate. But uni is, like I said, just picks up audio from all directions, and you can tell which mode you're in. You can tell by the polar pattern. If you're on the one that looks like a big O, that means you're an omnidirectional because it's picking up audio from all directions. And if you're on the cardioid pickup pattern, which is the top one, that is the unidirectional mode because it just letting you know that you're picking up audio from a single direction. At first, I thought once you mount this microphone, you can mount it on whatever side you want. The branding and all that stuff will be upside down. It just looks really, really weird. So I just prefer to have it facing towards my left direction because it doesn't look as funky. This is actually my second Antlion mod mic within the past couple months, and I will get to why here in a second. But I was out of warranty, so I'm grateful that they were able to send a new one. The mod mic itself, it sounds great. It does what it needs to do, which makes your audio way better if you're using the headset microphone. The bass right here is actually super, super weak. It's actually just all made of plastic, and I was actually unfortunate enough to break this just under normal use, just regular gaming. And this rubber piece and the entire microphone itself just came basically falling out of the base itself, which is unfortunate. But it hasn't happened to me in a while, so I'm assuming that it is fixed. For $120, I was expecting a bit more of a stability. The microphone arm itself is nice and flexible. You can move it, bend it all around wherever you want to. It will never run out of flexibility. It's just a super strong, bendable arm. And speaking of being super strong, the magnet that attaches to your head strap or your Quest is really, really, really great. It is super strong. You don't have to take a lot of force to take it off, but it's not gonna fall off if you shake your head around or anything like that. Mounting it was particularly hard because of the surface that I use. It is more of a rounded surface rather than a complete flat surface that you'd find on normal headsets. Now, if you're planning to use this with a Quest 2 or any VR headset, I recommend using some sort of alcoholic wipe to clean off the surface before attaching it, and then leaving the clamp on your Quest 2, Valve Index, whatever you're using, for 24 hours before actually attaching the microphone. Now let's get to the important stuff, and that is the microphone quality and the overall connection between the PC and the microphone. So obviously you need a PC to still run this. You can't use it natively with the Quest 2. I'm not for sure what it's compatible with. I think it's just PC, Linux, and Xbox. I will double check and have it listed on screen if I'm wrong. But this will go into your PC and it has a USB-A extender. So if you are limited on space, or if you can't really get your PC close enough to the microphone, you can use the extender. it'll give you an extra couple feet. But the connection between these two is amazing. Like I don't ever have any disconnection issues. Even though my PC is on the other side of this door, I can close the door and not have any problems with any sort of disconnection issues. Let me replace my camera monitors. Okay, so I am back from changing my monitor's battery. But back to the connection between these two, it is really good. You don't have to worry about connections if you're on, I would even go as far as saying you could be on the other side of the wall, not have any disconnection issues, although I still wouldn't recommend, as that does put a strain on the Bluetooth connection, which will result in worse audio because obviously you're getting less of a connection. I think as long as you have a clear line of sight between the connector or the receiver and the microphone, you can have up to 32 feet of range. Which again, I don't recommend. You know, you want to be as close to the receiver as possible for the best, you know, audio. But the receiver itself is made out of the same material as the base is. It's just some sort of plastic, hard plastic. If you are plugged into the PC, it will illuminate blue as the microphone does, and just has the same LED lights that the microphone has. So if you're on mute, it will tell you on here as well. And if you're pairing, it will also indicate that you're pairing on here. And last but not least, if you are actually connected to the microphone, it would just be a constant stream of blue lights. Now that I'm moving around a lot, I can feel the bass kind of moving back and forth a little bit, which is not that great. The microphone itself is very well built. It is like a strong plastic. I don't think it's the same material as the base or the receiver. It just feels a bit more sturdy, like if I were to drop it. The microphone capsule itself doesn't feel like it's gonna break anytime soon, which is great. You can also take the wind puff off, or the wind cover, and as you can see, there's the microphone itself. There is the capsule that is what's recording, obviously. So we just put this back on. It does come with one of these, and it does a pretty good job at keeping out plosives. However, if you are mounting this to a headset, I still recommend you not put this microphone directly in front of your mouth like you're supposed to do, like with this one. I recommend just having it like on a sort of, not necessarily straight line, but more of a slant, but not in front of your mouth. And now let's just go through some audio tests to see how this sounds compared well, to the Quest microphone. Okay, so this is the Quest 2 built-in microphone. This is what it sounds like. It is definitely passable for recording videos and live streams and all that stuff. I even have my heat, which is very loud, going on right now right above me. So I don't know if you can hear that or not, but hopefully you can't. And this microphone does sound very compressed, which is why I wanted to upgrade. But let's see how much of an upgrade it is upgrading to the Antlion mod microphone. So this is the omnidirectional okay, this is what the Antlion mod microphone sounds like when using the omnidirectional mode. It sounds very good. It sounds pretty clear. Although at max volume, it is a little on the lower side of the volume spectrum. The Antlion mod is clear. With that said, if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, for try check yourself. Peace.